So I'm sitting here with my friend and colleague and fellow magician,
Mm,
Greg, and I'm really excited about finally experiencing in a classroom setting what alchemy with bodies is about. And just knowing you, you get the vibration of that.
thank you.
Yeah. Can you tell us in words, let's say from this reality, what exactly that is? What is alchemy? Uh, of bodies, with bodies, for bodies. What is that?
All of that.
Yeah.
Well, the word alchemy is really the science of change, and for me, it's the science of change and creation. It's where we walk in this world, in this reality. If you look at them, people in the market in the mall, they're leaden. There's no life in them,
Mm.
and so the alchemy classes really get people to drop their barriers and to realize just um, how infinite they are. And it's amazing that they they transform. They go from to just these people that are upright, they're joyful. Um, it's an example of what we do is we get people to hug right at the beginning, and somebody they don't know in the class. And it's so funny because you watch this very European hug, A-frame touching only here, and it's so very superficial. And then we get them to step back and to look at each other and to drop all their barriers and to look at each other with absolute gratitude and total vulnerability and be in total allowance that the person in front of them is willing to be as vulnerable as they are. And we get them to do that for a minute. And then we say, okay, now how about we hug again? And it transforms. You see these people that are just who have been really like 2 feet apart at their feet to suddenly the full body contact. They're hugging, so they're melting into each other. And there's tears of gratitude, tears of joy, and they don't want to stop. They just want to keep holding each other and hugging. Um, and just seeing that one change is so phenomenal. But we watch people actually just, oh, um, someone would say, get rid of the significance, Greg. But it's not even significant. It's just such an amazing experience to just watch people in 2.5 days go from one form into the shining gold that they really be. They let go of the dust of this world, and they actually forget who they were. They can't go back to it. It's really about changing from this reality, as Gary Douglas will put it, and going into the overworld.
Mm.
And you start to live your life from choice rather than from reaction. We had a beautiful guy in the first class in Vienna, and he basically he tried to commit suicide. There was no joy in his world, and he felt sorry for his wife because he still couldn't find the joy, in even in the relationship. And he asked me what would we do. I said, "Well, just see how the class goes." And on the first day, he stood so he was out of sight. Right in the corner, I couldn't see him. And by lunchtime, he's standing right in front of me at the back, but where I could see him fully. And I had to say to him, "Stop smiling. You're smiling. You're not allowed to smile." And at the end of the class, there's a photo of him being hugged by 3 women, and he's looking directly at me. And it's like, oh my God, the joy, the gratitude, and the willingness to now live. Oh, well, we saw him 6 months later, and he's lost 35 kilos. He looks phenomenal, and him and his wife can't stop holding each other and cuddling and kissing and talking. And, there's that joy. That's what Alchemy is about. That's what the class is about. It's about bringing that joy back to Europe, bringing that joy back to the planet. You know, you're not allowed to be happy here. Not really. People think you're wrong. But the truth is that innately we are joyful beings. And the alchemy class is about acknowledging that in such a phenomenal and fundamental way. You can't stop anymore. It's yeah. I've watched some amazing people change, including me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that without barriers, letting the barriers down allows who we are, right, to come forward.
Yeah.
So it's almost like meeting you.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolute. And to be willing to be seen.
Mm. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I see you. You
That's,
know, and it's really there's no that.
it's amazing that you create that space where people feel comfortable, not needing to defend themselves or to build up those barriers that separate us. Because I can see that barriers make us feel as though we're alone, which is a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute.
Yeah. So letting down those barriers and seeing the difference. I love that.
Yeah.
That seeing the difference between the initial hug and then letting down the barriers and then opening up to the embrace,
Mm.
not only of the other person, but also of you
Yeah.
and who you are.
Yeah.
And magic occurs.
Absolute. Yeah. And it's like we allow ourselves to be seen and we see ourselves for the first time. We really see ourselves. And it's like, oh my God, I'm actually more than this body. I'm more than what I've been told by my parents and my teachers and my friends. Um, I'm more. And you actually start to feel the universe again. Who you are.
Mm.
It's like, wow. I've watched people who were so contracted walk away so expensive, so open. And some of them are in this room and they're still expensive and not contracting at all.
So it's not something you lose. You
Well,
take it with you.
yeah. Yeah, I guess some people are happy to turn it back off.
Mm.
I haven't met them yet, but
Yeah.
I've watched people make some incredible changes, and just be joyful, and they can't stop smiling. It's so cool. It really is.
So let me ask you some. So it's a 2.5 day
Yeah.
class format, but there's also an evening
Yeah.
class which we'll be doing together, hopefully
Yep.
around the world.
Yeah. That
Um,
I choose that.
yes.
Yeah.
And there is a 1 day also,
Yeah,
which is in beginning.
yeah. That's the way we look at ourselves and the body process. That I've always done. Is we just touch the body and ask the body, what do you want? And you get your mind out of the way. You get your judgments out of the way. You get your points of view out of the way. And you go on as an empty page. And you let their body write the story. It's so cool. It is, it, uh, it's so cool.
Yeah. Let me just ask about the evening class, the introduction
Yeah.
to alchemy with bodies. Uh, we get a chance to experience this change. I know in evening class as well. The letting down the barriers. Are we working on bodies at all? Is that the how does that work?
Um,
Is it different every
it's
time?
different every time. It depends on the group of people. Sometimes I'll be talking and somebody will pop up and it's like, come, I know, we work on something. We let something go that they're trying to hide. And it's becoming more and more dynamic. And and it feels like the body's demanding more of that. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
and but it's really, I mean, at the moment we have 30 people in the room with us, 20 people, and if you feel all the barriers are down,
Mm.
so it just in this experience alone, they've realized that they can drop their barriers and be totally safe, and that's what that first night's about.
Awesome, which is a huge gift to people.
Yeah,
Yeah. Are there any prerequisites?
I initially it was they had to have received the bars
Mm-hmm.
once, and now it's like, you know,
Give them that energy. And after the evening class, you can participate directly
yep,
in the 1 day class
yeah,
or in the 2 day
yeah,
class. Okay. So you
absolutely,
don't have to. So this evening introduction taster to the alchemy with bodies with Greg is something that will give you the awareness, remind you of the space that you are, remind you of the magic,
yeah,
really,
yeah,
an introduction to the magic of you. And that can then be followed up by a 1 day class with Greg or a 2 day class with Greg. And we will be inviting people to more, giving you more information about that. Um, so stay tuned if you're interested
yeah,
in that. They can find information on your website,
yeah. And there's two. There's the greatbryers.com, and there's also Alchemy of the Bodies.
alchemyofthebodies.com.
Yeah,
Dot
.au.
.eu.
EU.
Yeah, great. Also, we'll have information about that on my Facebook page, The Art of Being Kass. So honored to play with you. We'll have it in different languages as always. The
It's
first language being energy.
yeah. I mean, it's such a privilege to be in this class with you,
Yeah.
and it's like, I'm, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so grateful.
What change can we create for the planet? So we'll
Yeah,
see you in Rome. I believe we'll do it on March 29th, but we will do in Rome
yeah,
a taster for that, and that'll be available in English, in German, in Italian, and what else is possible.
yep,
And we will for sure live stream it. So if
cool.
people want to participate that way, they will definitely get the energy. You can feel the energy of this guy.
Yeah.
Just sitting here with him and through the camera. Great. I'm so looking forward to it. My body is looking forward to it. You do have to have a body.
No,
No.
feel the room,
Feel the room. You don't even have to have a body. You can just come.
but bring
Okay.
the money too.
All right. Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you,
Look
Kass.
forward to it.
Me too. So much fun.